When you walk into like a modern mega sports bar or maybe a high-end corporate boardroom, it really feels like pure magic, right? You've got hundreds of screens perfectly synced, PTZ cameras tracking seamlessly, and everything is seemingly just floating on Wi-Fi.
It looks totally effortless.
Right. But if you look behind the drywall, that illusion completely shatters. And that is exactly what we're doing in today's deep dive with you. We're looking at a highly specific product page from HDTVSupply. It's for the HuddleCamHD DB9M-F-75 serial DB9 extender cable.
Which is basically just 75 feet of pure physical wire.
Exactly. So, okay, let's unpack this. Why on earth are we looking at a $119 serial cable in an era of wireless, IP-routed everything?
Well, because that cable, it essentially represents the bedrock of AV reliability. Think about it. When you rely on a local area network to send, say, VISCA commands to a camera, you are dealing with packet routing.
Right, which means things can get lost.
Precisely. If the network gets congested, packets drop. And suddenly your joystick commands, they lag, or they just fail entirely. But a DB9 serial cable, it does not care about your network traffic.
It just works?
Right. It provides a dedicated, continuous physical circuit.
A continuous voltage state. So, I mean, it acts almost like a direct physical nervous system.
Yeah.
The joystick is the brain, the camera is the eye, and this cable is the spine just routing right through the walls.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. And what's fascinating here is the Plenum-Rated designation on this specific cable.
Wait, what does Plenum-Rated actually mean for the average person?
So it means it has a special fire-resistant coating. You're running this wire through air circulation spaces like drop ceilings or HVAC returns. So it legally needs that jacket to meet commercial building fire codes.
Wow, okay, so it really is a permanent part of the building's infrastructure.
Absolutely. And it doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? You have to look at the massive technological ecosystem it connects to.
Right, which brings us to the vendor, HDTVSupply.
Yeah, they call themselves a 25-year global home for AV products. They have over 10,000 positive reviews, and they sell massive heavy-duty infrastructure. We're talking things like Wolfpack matrix switchers that can run up to 160 TVs at once in a sports bar.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Just the sheer contrast in scale on this one single website. I mean, you can go there, use a promo code like 10% off to buy a $119 cable, or you can literally purchase the entire IT backbone for a mega sports bar network.
Yeah, it's wild, but it really highlights the dual nature of these systems because the marketing, it promises seamless integration and scalability.
Oh, sure, it's always plug and play in the brochure.
Right. But the user reviews reveal the messy reality of actually managing these ecosystems. Now, look, 96% of buyers give 4 or 5 stars.
Yeah, like Darren G., who said the hardware is always worth the purchase.
Exactly. But the negative reviews are super telling. Take Prasad R. He waited 10 days just to find out the item he ordered wasn't even manufactured anymore.
Okay, but hold on. I kind of want to push back on this premise. Prasad's shipping delay definitely sucks, but aren't we just romanticizing old technology here?
How so?
Well, relying on a physical 75-foot serial cable today, it feels like a bit of an IT crutch, right? Wireless tech is infinitely more scalable. I just feel like we shouldn't be fishing heavy analog cables through ceilings anymore if we don't have to.
You would definitely think so until you read the review from Mike P.
Okay, what happened to Mike?
So he has a highly advanced modern wireless setup, but he complains his iPad controls just randomly fail, which forces him to do hard physical reboots of the hardware.
Yikes, that's frustrating during a meeting.
It gets worse. His LAN-connected camera literally, quote, auto-deletes itself from the software if the app closes.
Wait, really? Auto-deletes? Like it just vanishes from the system?
Yep, because a network-based camera requires a constant software handshake to maintain its IP lease. If the software glitches, the device essentially ceases to exist to the system.
Yeah.
But a physical serial cable, it doesn't need a handshake to exist. It's hardware. It is either plugged in or it isn't.
Okay, wow. So this is sort of the paradox of convenience then. In our rush to build these frictionless, smart setups, we haven't actually eliminated the friction at all.
No, we just shifted it.
Right. We traded the physical labor of pulling a heavy wire through a ceiling for the nightmare of, like, endless, unpredictable software troubleshooting.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the takeaway is pretty clear. Behind every seamless video conference or massive sports bar video wall, there's just this incredibly fragile balance.
Yeah, a balance of complex software.
Exactly. Software that's prone to dropping devices, user troubleshooting, and then at the very bottom, heavy-duty physical cables. Those Plenum-Rated cords hiding behind the drywall are really the ultimate failsafe.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Next time you're sitting in a high-end boardroom, marveling at how cleanly the tech works without wires, remember that hidden spine in the drop ceiling.
It's always there doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, at least you have something to ponder. As we rush to make absolutely all our technology wireless and app-controlled, are we actually engineering away the simple, unbreakable reliability of a physical cord?